Boys, good. You. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy. Run it up, y'all. And we back here with it. And before this video starts, make sure y'all boys like, comment, and subscribe. Cause I be keeping like niggas be watching the video, but they don't be like, comment, and subscribing. Like, that shit like 2 seconds. It take like 2 seconds. But cut all the bullshit, bro. Let's get right into the video. Not gonna lie to y'all boys, I probably got one of the most interesting story times to tell y'all niggas about the craziest shit I probably ever did to fiend to get something, bro. That shit was too crazy. Like, I'm talking about like so bad, bro. Like, that shit went left. This shit happened like in the beginning of 9th grade, like, cause I did switch schools and shit. This shit happened when I was going to my first high school, you feel me? I'm gonna lie, around that time, the fucking Airpods came out. It was the first gen joints. Them joints just came out and shit. And I wanted them joints bad as shit. Like, nigga, I wanted them joints so bad. Nigga, I was trying to wear my man shit. Like, that shit was like,
yo, bro, what you listening to, bro?
Let me get one of them joints, bro. Them joints are loud as shit.
like, nigga, it was that bad. Like, it was that bad. And niggas always would hit me with the, oh yeah, bro. You feel me? Like, niggas was stirring with it. They was stirring with it, though. Niggas was stirring with it. Niggas wasn't too weird with that shit. Niggas always was sharing. Like, back then, like, 2018? Like, niggas was sharing. But I ain't gonna lie, I needed my own pair because I wanted them joints so bad because I used to come in school with the wire joints.
Oh, hell no, man.
The wire joints don't knock them joints. Them joints loud as shit, for real. Them joints really could get loud. But the AirPods, like, it was just like, them joints looked so thorough back then. Niggas would be walking around with the AirPods in and shit, feel me, back in the bitches and all that. My dumb ass, I used to be having the wires and shit. I had to detangle them joints and all that shit just to put them in my ear and just all types of nut ass shit. And I used to feel like a nut ass nigga. And I was a young boy. I was in one of those phases, like, I was just doing dumb ass shit to get what I want. You feel me? And that shit that shit not cool, bro. Like, real shit, don't try to do that type of shit. Especially if you feel me? Especially if you trying to do other shit with your life. Cause some niggas, you feel me? They don't get second chances, bro. It's just real shit. A lot of niggas do not get second chances. So if you trying to really do something with your life, I don't advise you to do something stupid. Just don't even do it. So yeah, that day, I ain't gonna lie, I see my mans and shit, he had them joints. My right hand mans at the time, he had them joints. Like, this nigga was going class to class with them joints in his ear and shit. Looking thorough as shit. I ain't gonna lie, he was looking thorough as shit. And the bitches, they was fucking with it like crazy. Like, they was fucking with that shit. Like that shit gave niggas like an attribute like 5+ points, you feel me? And I used to be thinking like a little ass kid back then too. So that shit used to be like so cool to me, so cool. And all that shit, points. But none of that shit really mattered for real. It really don't matter. I had wound up asking my other mans and shit, like, what you doing at the school, bro? Like, what's the move and shit? He was like, he don't know. His brother coming up here. Now, his brother, I ain't gonna lie, his brother type crazy as shit. Like, nigga was always fighting niggas and shit. Like, I'm telling you, like, nigga was fighting niggas for no reason. Like, bro, you good, bro? How you been?
Yeah, bro, I'm sturdy. Throw your shit up.
Nigga, what the fuck? Like, real shit, bro. Like, that's really just how he used to be. And that shit used to be for absolutely nothing. Not with me, with just other niggas though. Like, and that shit used to be throwing me the fuck off. Told him, like, I'm like, oh, word. I'm thinking like he about to come up here and beat somebody ass type shit. Like, it's probably one of those again. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I did want to fight that nigga a couple of times. I wanted to beating the shit out of him, you know. Like, I had to really stand my ground on that type shit. Niggas like that try you, like, you don't got no other choice but to beat their ass and put them in their place. And yeah, he was one of those type of niggas. Now, it gets to the end of the day and shit, and I'm like, alright, bet. You feel me? We outside. We might as well just go somewhere it's hot. We get outside and shit, and niggas like, yo, we at the schoolyard because there ain't shit else to do. Now, in the schoolyard is where my old school at. Feel me? My middle school. Y'all niggas don't know too much about that. I'm gonna tell y'all a lot of more stories about that shit. So just stay tuned. But yeah, that was like, you feel me? That's where everybody used to link up at and all that type of shit. And niggas went to the schoolyard. So we wound up going to the schoolyard and I wound up seeing my mans. Now for this story time, I'm gonna just be using letters and shit because I'm not going to really throw my man's name out there. Like, come on now. My man's A and shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie, they get out on Wednesdays at like 1 o'clock. So that nigga already been there for additional couple hours. You feel me? It was already 3 o'clock, like 3:30 type shit. I'm like, yo, bro, how you been? You feel me? This and the third and shit. And I was already on time about the AirPod situation and all that type of shit. And my man's A, he always be on that. I ain't gonna lie, my man's A always be on that. And my thought was like, he be on that, feel me? I'm trying to be on that. So, nigga, what's up? I had told him like what niggas was trying to do and shit. And I was like, I tell my man's brother and shit to slide down there with us. That nigga, he don't give a fuck. So that nigga wound up just staying instantly like, yeah.
Yeah, niggas, whatever. You can tell me why I'm on it. Like,
all this crazy ass shit. He was just talking this bullshit, bro. So my mans and shit, he wound up like leaving early and shit from us and shit, cause he already peeped the energy and all that shit. Like the nigga he was just not fucking with that shit. Like he wasn't fucking with that shit at all. Cause he just not one of them type of niggas. Like niggas just know when it's bullshit. Like you just don't be around bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had to let my mans ain't know and shit. Like I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? We on niggas. Like I'm trying to hit a lick. I'm trying to hit a lick type shit. My man A like, alright, bet. Soon as you throw a punch, you feel me? I'm following up. I was like, bet, say no more, bro. We on that. You feel me? We on that. So we all got on the sub and shit. We waiting at the broski doing this shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all niggas. My heart dropped down to my ass. Nigga, because one, I ain't never do none of that type of shit. Two, I knew better. Like, come on, let's be real. I knew better. Three, nigga, it's just certain shit that's for you and certain shit that's not for you. And nigga, that shit was not it. So we wound up getting on the train and shit. And I wound up seeing this Asian nigga. Mind you, that nigga had the Airpods in. His ass sitting down with the Airpods and all that shit. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm the type of nigga to think about every outcome. I'm thinking like, he might beat my ass. He might shoot me. This nigga might stab me. Anything can happen, bro. Really, anything can happen, bro. Anything. My man's A, he had looked at me and shit like trying to give me the fucking green light and shit. Nigga, I'm in my head like, if you think I'm about to take his, nigga, you fried. You're fried. I'm sorry. Nigga, you're fried. We wound up like moving to another cart and shit, talking about the situation and all that. And I wound up telling him like, nigga, I'm like, no, bro, you don't know what he got, you feel me? Like it looked like he got some shit, like he might do some shit, you feel me? And he like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he looked like he was on it. I'm like, alright, bet. Fuck it, we gonna wait until we go downtown. Now a couple stops later and shit, we on our way downtown and shit. And then I'm thinking in my head like, bro, I'm really going on crash out mode for some fucking Airpods. I'm like, fuck it, I'ma just go for the first nigga I see, cause it look like I'm bitching. When in reality, nigga, you just playing it smart. So we get downtown, it's like a million motherfucking people, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If you ever been in Philly, downtown is one of the most crowded places ever, nigga. Like, I'm talking about you gonna see every fucking race. And nigga, you might see somebody dog too. Nigga, crackheads be down there, butt ass naked. Niggas trying to sell you oil. Niggas trying to sell you weed. Nixon down, straight Zah, no plaque. Niggas trying to sell you just the most craziest shit. Downtown is like, nigga, I don't know, the black market, nigga. It's probably the black market, to be honest, bro. It was just too much bullshit going on down there. So we wound up walking up the steps and shit, walking towards like where everybody be at. Now, where we walked at, I wound up seeing somebody that went to my school. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this where shit really get real at. On my way to going to go talk to her, I was like, you feel me? I'm like, damn, she bad as shit. She by herself. For all my real niggas out there, y'all niggas know what I'm talking about. Some of these girls do not act how they act outside of school. Trust me, bro. I just gave you a little riz. I know what I'm talking about. On my way to go talk to her and shit, I started hitting a little jog and shit, cause she was like blocks up, like way blocks up. I'm like, yo, come here, yo, come here real quick. While I'm running over there to her, I see this Russian nigga. This Russian nigga had the fucking Airpods in. I'm like, ding. Like straight light bulb just popped up in my head and shit. I'll go to my man's A. I go tell that nigga like, bro, he got the fucking Airpods. He like, you go on the right side, I'll go on the left side, we gonna both snatch the Airpods. I'm like, damn, this nigga smart as shit. We should do that shit. Now, I had no picks. I'm like, fuck it. I'm about to go grab them Airpods, you feel me? My dumb ass snatched that joint. My other man, he snatched that joint. Nigga, I snatched that shit and took flight. Nigga, I was gone. I'm skipping through traffic and shit. Oh, this nigga right behind me. On that type of tip, I'll be mad as fuck. I'll be mad as shit if somebody stole my shit too. From my ears in public, nigga, I'ma be mad as shit. That's just the truth. I'ma be mad. But my ass, I just kept running this shit. Now, if you from Philly again, like the main center joint, I got to there and I darted right through. Turned around, I looked. This nigga was nowhere in sight. I felt like CJ off of that one mission. You know when mission passed, respect, nigga. One of those. I'm happy as shit because I'm like, he a dickhead. I really just got off. I'm like, my man's A just got off on that joint. I'm good, you feel me? I get down to the train station and shit. I see A. I'm like, bro, you got the other AirPod? He like,
No, he ran off too quick.
out of nowhere, I just started panicking. Cause I'm like, if A right here, where the fuck is my man's brother? 2 seconds later, my man's brother walks down the steps to the train joint where you pay, you swipe to get in. Cause we on the other side. I'm like, bro, you lost that nigga? His dumb ass, he like, who? Then the Russian nigga jump over the joint. Nigga grab my ass and put me in the yoke and shit. I'm like, yo, get this nigga the fuck off me. Get him off me. My man, hey, he just froze there. I'm like, yo, get this nigga off me. Get him off me. This nigga grabbed his arm, bro. Snatched that joint off. Once he snatched his arm off of my shit, my ultra instincts kicked in. Like, nigga, I probably turned into the Hulk. Because I just hit him with one of these. Boom! Boom! Hit him with one of those. His dumb ass, I'm thinking he out for the count. He got back up. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm from Philly. You already know. You feel me? Hold on. You feel me? I had to really tee out with him. I threw my shit up. Cracked him. Straight dicked him. Stood over top of his dumb ass. Start mingling. Everybody got their phones out. All on dick. The Scepter police came out of nowhere. I swear them niggas teleported. I just got busy. Gone. Nigga, I ran down the steps and shit. My man's A, and my man's brother, he was behind me. I was so mad at that nigga at the time. Cause I wound up dropping the AirPods. So that really mean, nigga, I did that shit for nothing. So we wound up getting down to the sub. And the fucking Scepter police down there looking for me, like scattering around with the flashlight. Like I'm in a tunnel or some shit. The train wound up coming. I wound up going home. And after that, I just decided not to do no more bullshit. Cause that shit was dumb as shit. Moral of the story, don't be trying to crash out over materialistic things. Bro, that shit not worth it. If y'all niggas made it to the end of the video, make sure y'all boys like, comment, subscribe, bro. We on the road to 1K, bro. If you fuck with the edits and you fuck with how this shit was made, make sure y'all boys drop a like, follow and all that type of shit. We on the road to 1K, and I'ma fuck with y'all niggas.